Yo, what's up everybody? It's Preston. Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be one of the coolest videos that I have made in a very long time. We are going to be making a song from complete scratch. All I have is a couple lines of lyrics and just a basic idea of what I want the song to be about. So let me give you a very brief rundown. Another rapper I'm friends with, Preston. I have been reaching out to him and we've been wanting to make a song for a while, and we actually haven't been able to because I planned to do it in November and December, but my computer broke. Now that I have this new one, we are back on track. So I texted him, what do you want the beat to sound like? And he said Lil Baby. I do kind of know Lil Baby a little bit, but I'm going to be diving in a little bit more, trying to see what the main instruments are, which I'm pretty sure it's piano. I just want to preface this by saying this by no means is a tutorial. If you're interested in some FL Studio tutorials or how to make beats, I'm going to be putting those out soon. But this video is not one of those. This is just my process and a look inside of how I make my music. So with that short intro out of the way, let's get right into this. So I'm gonna open up Spotify and kind of listen. You're not gonna hear me listening to it because copyright, obviously. So what I've noticed is that there is a lot of piano, and anytime that there's any guitar, I kind of just looked at Drip Too Hard. There's a really cool gross beat. If you guys don't know what that means, don't worry about it. I'll get to it later. The hi-hats are really important, and they are one of the strongest drums that I've found besides the 808s. The 808 bass goes hard, and so we're gonna definitely have to have that be an emphasis, and it's very bouncy for sure. Like, it's really something you can just like vibe with. All right, so basically for this beat, I'm kind of thinking we should probably start off with the melody, and I would use FL keys because it's really simple, but usually I just use FL keys to kind of figure out what I want the melody, like the notes to sound like, but there is actually a built-in preset that has a really cool piano, and I apologize for those dogs barking. Trust me, if they weren't barking, I would be so much happier. So basically guys, this is what I have so far. I can't really tell if it sounds like Lil Baby, but yeah, here's a listen. So and at the same time, it does not sound like a very good melody, so I'm gonna keep working on that. All right, you guys, so now that we have the piano right here, we are going to add in the drums. So for this one, I'm not really sure what I'm going to use. I have a lot of drum kits that I've bought, and I have a lot of free ones that I've gotten over the years. So,
One eternity later.
it sounds like Lil Baby loves to use snares for his drums, so we're gonna find a good snare. Which I don't think the Ian Dior one has that many great snares, since Ian likes to use claps in his song, and I actually mostly use claps in my songs, in my beats. So this will be something different. I do believe there are some good snares in here though. So the kick and the hi-hats and all the basic drums sound really good. I'm gonna go back and listen to some more Lil Baby to see if he uses any crashes on his beats or open hi-hats. Okay, so it sounds like Baby's drums are pretty basic and really only use these three plus the 808, which I'm gonna find a good 808 for you guys. So that looks like that's gonna be kind of the bass notes for the 808s, except for this chord, I'm not actually sure about. So we're gonna have to check this out, move this into a different pattern. All right, you guys, so I finished the 808 and it sounds crazy. Listen to this. So good. So I just sent it to Posadas. I'm gonna see what he thinks, and I'm just gonna keep going with the mix and arranging and adding some more stuff in to make it my own. All right, you guys, so we're back for day 2 of this. I had to remake the beat a little bit because the application crashed. Luckily, I took some screenshots of the piano roll, so we got everything looking good. But one important takeaway that I want you guys to get from this is a lot of times I can't finish a beat in one day. You know, I got a lot of other stuff going on in my life, and I really don't always have time for this. So that is why I'm doing it again today, and it might look a little different, it might sound a little different, but anyways, let's get into the rest. Okay, so the next step is arranging. A lot of making beats is changing your mind to find out what sounds perfect for what you're looking for. I'm gonna get into arranging, and I'll see you guys once I get finished arranging. All right, you guys, so it is 7:13 p.m. right now. I had to take a little break to eat, but I think that this beat is almost finished. I'm gonna have to listen to it on my stereo out in the living room. But for now, I think it's really good. So I'm gonna run you through what I did quick, kind of what my mixing process looks like, and what I do once I finish the song. So let's run through it. So before I even route these to the right channel, you can do this cool thing where you click this and then you click color selected, and then you can change this, and I just click gradient, and I don't know, it just looks cool. Something I picked up along the way of making beats. And so basically for the FL keys, I have this really awesome preset right here. I don't know where I got it from, but you can look this up if you want to, but it is a very great FL keys preset. It's actually, I didn't use FL keys. If you go to packs right here, you can go to instruments and then keyboard, and then I just chose the grand piano. So that's what I used for that. And then I put this preset on here, changed the EQing a little bit. This is kind of the airy space singers. This is the strings, and for the airy space singers, I put the same preset on, except I changed some more of the EQ. For the strings, I added some reverb and EQ. And pretty much for my drums, the snare, hat, and other hat, I just really did some EQing to kind of boost it instead of take away, because really there's not much that you can take away to change the sound. The 808, I do pretty much the same thing. I did put a little bit of distortion on there to kind of bring out the 808, and I'm actually gonna fix this real quick, put on a little bit more, bring it out a little bit. And then the sub bass, basically just added the same thing. For the little risers that Nikki sent me, I put on some reverb, and for this cool transition, I want you guys to listen to this. I put on a little EQ, doesn't really matter that much, but it sounds really cool. It's a really nice transition. So it goes from, I believe, the verse to the chorus like this. Chorus hits, big drop. It's almost like, I call this one the sword transition, because it almost sounds like a sword being pulled out of like, it's not a holster. Overall, I think this beat really encompasses what Diego wanted. He wanted a Lil Baby type beat, so I did that with a little more, adding my personal twist on it. I'm gonna go give it a listen on my stereo, and I'll be back to you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, I was listening to it, and the 808s were so quiet. So I'm gonna turn up the 808s a bit, give it a listen, and then send it out to Diego, and we'll see what he thinks, see if we need to make any changes, but I'm really loving the beat so far. This is gonna be a fire song. All right, you guys, so it is It is Thursday, January 14th right now. And man, so much has happened since I started making this. I've been reaching out to a bunch of other artists, a bunch of other producers, and I have so many songs planned for the next coming months. And this song is gonna be so cool. I've been listening to the beat, it's crazy. Diego loved it. I thought I'd do this little recap video. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying away from COVID, not getting sick, staying healthy, and just following your dreams and doing what you guys love. I wanted to do this little update video at the end, because so much can happen in just a couple days, and I'm working on a ton right now, and I will see you guys at episode 2. Peace.